More than 800 people have been killed in an earthquake in Afghanistan and nearly 3,000 have been injured. Officials say the magnitude 6 quake struck the mountainous region near the city of Jalalabad. Rescuers are struggling to reach remote areas because of rough terrain and hostile weather. Entire villages have been destroyed and it is feared the death toll could rise sharply, with many people trapped under the rubble.
Der Khan is collecting debris from his brother's damaged home. His 2 nephews were killed by the earthquake that violently shook the house.
My brother is injured, and the women were also wounded. This was a sudden tragedy that happened. The situation is still critical. There are still aftershocks from the earthquake. May God help us. People are in a state of fear.
The poverty-stricken mountainous province of Kunar is the worst hit. Several villages have been flattened. Mud and rock homes built into steep valleys provided little defense for the families inside.
We saw with our own eyes how the roof of a house collapsed on a man and a woman who were killed. The same happened in other villages where people also perished.
At this hospital in the nearby city of Jalalabad, the injured are being treated.
The rooms and walls collapsed on women and children. Some children died and others were injured. A helicopter arrived and brought us to the hospital.
War-ravaged Afghanistan has already been battling multiple humanitarian crises. Hunger is widespread in one of the poorest countries in the world, where earthquakes, floods and drought are a regular occurrence. Hundreds of hospitals have been shut due to the suspension of US foreign aid. The Taliban government, with its meager resources, is struggling to help its people.
So far, hundreds of casualties are reported. Therefore, we urgently call on humanitarian organizations to step in and provide immediate support so the residents of the affected areas can be protected from further tragedies.
4 years into power, with draconian laws for Afghan women, the Taliban have made few friends. Only a couple of countries have stepped in to provide aid, forcing many Afghans to face this new hardship on their own.
We are going to return to our top story now. That's the earthquake in Afghanistan, which has killed more than 800 people and injured nearly 3,000. After a few connection problems, we can now welcome Juma Nael, who's from the Afghan Red Crescent Society and is joining us from Kabul. Welcome to DW. It's great to see you. Can I start by asking you, what are the biggest challenges that are facing the rescue and the relief efforts at the moment?
You know better that Afghanistan is located in the mountains and a situation, and Kunar is the epicenter of the earthquake. And that was a massive and devastating earthquake. And due to this, the consequence of the earthquake, roads are blocked due to the landsliding. And the majority of the people, they are living in the mountains and the hills. Unfortunately, due to the block of the road, it is too difficult to have access to those areas, to those remote areas. And by foot, if you see in our social media accounts, our videos, our volunteers are when they wanted to go to the areas, the affected areas, they go by foot. Even there are other authorities of the government, they provide helicopters, but they only bring the injuries and the body of the human lost due to the earthquake. They bring them from the area, from the top of the mountain to the surface of the land. and it is too difficult for them because we have villages 95% and more than in some areas we have 90% home destruction, and it is a big and devastating problem.
Obviously, there are some huge challenges that are obviously facing the rescue teams, and with all of these difficulties that you're describing, is it possible to assess the full scale of the disaster yet?
Let me inform you that even right now, when I called to our representative in the area, he told me there are more areas that even right now the people, the body of the human which are lost, even maybe they will be alive, but they are under the mud, under the rubbles. That we need, even if you see in the social media a video, a person is telling that we don't need food, anything else from you. Just we need your help. Come here and help with us to bring out the body of the dead from which they are under the rubble, under the mud. They're just asking from the people to come and help with them to get out the bodies of the dead and to bring the bodies of the dead from the top of the hills and mountains to the surface of the land.
So you're saying that more people are needed to help in this rescue effort. What about the people who have been rescued? What do they need at the moment? What's your organisation doing to help the people who have been rescued?
Right now, we, as a RCS, provided a mobile team. We sent the mobile team and disaster management teams to the area. Even right now, our colleagues are busy for providing a temporary shelter for those who don't have shelter. Right now, they are busy to make a camp for them and to bring from the top of the hills and from the top of the mountains to the camp and to provide them health facilities and food. Even right now, the top management of ARCS decided that to provide 3,000 meals for the affected of the earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you about the help that's being offered to women in this crisis? Afghanistan is facing what the UN has called the world's most severe women's rights crisis. In the context of this disaster, how are women affected, and how are organisations like yours making sure that women get the support that they need?
You know better that women and children are the major part of a family, and they are majority of the Afghans are women and children, and it is well known that they are affected by the earthquake. But when we are providing our facility to the earthquake affected, it is better to mention that we don't see that from which nation you are, from which ethnic you are, what is your language. But we, as the ARCS, providing help to all people. If she is man, woman, even from every gender she is or he is, we providing our facility, our services to them. It is worthy to be mentioned that in our health sector, which we sent it to the area, or in our mobile team, we have female doctors. They are providing health treatment to the women which are affected by the earthquake.
Juma Nael, thank you so much for updating us from the Afghan Red Crescent in Kabul. It was great to speak to you. Thank you.
One thing I wanted to mention.
You are up to date. Thank you so much for watching DW News.